The 1.6 version of the COVID-19 vaccine clinic template offers even more robust features. In this video, we'll review some of those items. We'll start with the configuration template. In the vaccine configuration, you'll notice that it does now support the Johnson & Johnson or Janssen single-dose vaccine, as listed here in the grid. Another update that's been added is in the future appointment configuration. This now supports adding multiple resources and events per location. You'll notice in our grid here, I've got multiple items for this Bayview Hospital with resources and events. In the template default setup, some items that were added here was the option to hide the configuration button from the administration template. So end users would not see the config button on that template. Down in the settings in the patient search, the option to enable a default with only showing kept appointments has been added. In the VFC indicators section, the default reason code and default funding source are now options. There's also now the ability to configure VFC billing by selecting this default. And you can also default the administration site by using this default section here and inputting some default administration site into the field. Another feature is the encounter patient type has been added. Selecting the default gives you an option to add a default value for the encounter patient type. The last option that's been added is the user security group lookup. You're now able to default that user security value here in this config template. Now moving on to the administration template. In our patient search panel, the show kept appointment indicator is now added, as well as the ability to filter by appointment resource. Another option that has been added to this administration is the panel for CDC Checklist. It's now been embedded into the template. And there's an all normal button to allow for ease of documentation of the pre-vaccination checklist. Moving down the template in the vaccine administration panel, a comments and notes field has been added with the ability to document using my phrases. The other feature that was enabled with the multiple location resources and events that were added allows end users, once documented in scheduling that second dose, when they save and add new, they'll get a pop-up now to confirm the appointment location, resource, and event. So they'll choose, select OK, and then the applicable next available appointments based off of that location, resource, and event display. In this last panel of the vaccine administration log, you'll notice that there's now options for order tracking comments and a my phrases available as well. Users will now have the option to document with a quick, easy my phrase functionality for order tracking comments that will now be embedded into the order in the orders module. A few other additional features include the subdocument for the CDC checklist is now included in the 1.6 package and can be added to any documents that you choose, as well as the option to add historical vaccinations on the same day as the second dose. So end users will now be able to add those historical vaccines when a patient comes in for their second dose. Those are all the robust and great features that have now been added into this 1.6 version of the COVID-19 vaccine template.